What is the last topic taught in the second batch? Oops concepts. You haven't updated. Yeah, Asif, actually I didn't get the recording of the 2nd November. It is only of 2 seconds, so it is not possible now to get the recording of the 2nd of November. I don't know what is the problem is occurring with this Google Meet. Okay, I will talk to your teacher why he is not taking the class. So in the yesterday class, we have learned what is the error in the Python and how can we handle it using the different type of methods. We have actually two type of error. First is syntactical error and second one is the exceptions. In the exception part, we are doing some programming with it, and it is just like a modification. Whatever the error we are getting, it is if I am giving as as a user, if you get the keyboard interrupt error, you can't know that you have interrupt with your keyboard in a particular program. So for that, you have to know the proper reason what is happening in that. So generally, it has only two types: syntax error and the exception. What is syntax error? As the name suggests, this error is caused by wrong syntax in the code. It leads to the termination of the program. Uh, my syntax error is happening. Why? Because I have done a syntactically mistake in a particular program. For example, over here, I have written a program in the Python is that amount I have assigned variable amount is equals to 10,000, and then I will check if my account value is greater than 2,999, and I didn't give the colon over here, so it will give me the syntax error. Why? Because this is the syntactical error. Every function of a grammar or every language have some grammatical knowledge, or it is having a structure. So for that, it is knowing as syntax. So if I am giving the colon over here, it will process smoothly. If I am not giving the colon here, it will give me the syntax error. Okay. Share the link. Which one link? I shared in the chat already. The PPT link. If you want the collab link, I will share it also. This is the link of the Google Colab, and This is the link of the PPT. Okay, so this is my syntax array. Now second is exceptions. Good evening, Maripathi Reddy Silpa. So now second is exceptions. How we can know this is the exception? For example, over here, I have designed guys, my Google Colab link screen is visible to you. Screen is not visible. Yes, sir. Okay. I can zoom. So over here, I have assigned the marks value with the 10,000, and then I will do a calculation is dividing it by 0. So it will give me the error. Why? Because in the Python or in the real life scenario also, we don't have any method by which we can divide any number with the 0. We can divide 0 with any number, but it is not possible that we divide the number with the 0. Or we can do the multiplication. If I am doing the multiplication over here, it will not give me the error. Okay, it will only print the 0 value. But when I am doing the division over here, it will give me the error. It is the 0 division error. So this is the exception. In that exception, I have to write and I have to give the user information that you have to provide a number which is greater than 0. Okay. So these two are my errors, type of errors. Now we will see how we can handle these errors. We can use the try except block. We can use the try except finally also. In that we are doing the, after executing the whole code, we are doing the finally part. So over here I have assigned a list. In the a list I will assign some values. In the try part I will check for the second element, and then we will check for the fourth element. But this list only contain 3 elements, so it will not print me the fourth one. So it will occur an error. So after in the accept part, I will print that it is containing an occurred an error. So when I will call this second element, it will print me the value 2. And when I'm calling this fourth element, it will print that an error occurred. In this program, over here, I have assigned a variable, which is my string, b variable, which is my int, and I am adding both a and b to the c. And as we all know that a value, if I want to add a value to a particular value, then both the value have the same variable. If I'm adding the string with the int, it can't be possible. It will give me the type error. Why? Because it will show us, it is showing you that you have to take the similar data type. If you are using the int, then you have to take the both value as int. And if you are doing with the string, then you have to take both as a string. So for as a developer, you can know that it is the type error, but as a user you have to know that a particular reason why I am getting this error. So for that we are using this try and except. If I am getting the name error, the user have not defined the variable, so user have to know that you didn't define the variable in the program and you are using in the using over here. In the type error, you have to make the data type similar so that after executing once, the user correct it and uh, execute the program. If I am assigning the uh, variable over here, and okay, so it will uh, told me that you have to try to make the data type similar. Why? I have written the same value. I have written the integer value, but what I have done in the program, I have changed the first a variable to the string and b variable to the int. Okay. Now in this part, I have shown you how you can create your own error generation or error creation for the code. Over here, I have defined the class error. In that class error, I have defined this exception. This exception class is predefined in the Python library. So whenever you are using the errors or handling the error, you can use this exception by just calling them and passing them. So over here, I have defined an error class. In that error class, I have defined the exception. And this error class, I have calling in the DOB exception. What is my DOB exception is doing? I have created a form in that I want to know that a particular user or particular person is eligible for the vote or not. So for that, I have taken the year as an input, in which year he or she had born. Okay, then I will subtract from the 2022 so that I can know the his or her age. If his or her age is greater than 18, then it is good. And if not, then it raise the DOB exception. In the DOB exception, it will print that you are not eligible for the vote. Guys, I have given you the homework. Have you done that? Yes, sir. Please share me the code in the chat. Nah, sir. Why Loki? Loki is sorry. Karthik Kumar, you didn't did it. Okay, so today's we are going to learn what is the file handling in the Python and how can we doing the file handling in Python, so that in the future, if we want the file handling, we can use these methods to append or create or write and read the particular file in a Python interpreter. So generally it has four types of file type. One is R, second one is A, third one is W, and fourth one is X. Okay, it has four different methods. There is small r, which is mean the read method. Whenever we are passing the read value and r value with a particular file, so Python interpreter take it as a read method. Okay, and whenever I am passing the append, it open the file and appending at the last of the file. What is the difference between the create and append and write? In the append method, the Python interpreter writing code at the last. In the write method, it will write it again and again. If I am running a program, for example, uh, a file exists which name is result.txt. In the write method, it is also the result.txt. For example, this result.txt has containing some value. For example, 1, 200. I am taking randomly. So whenever I'm using the append method, it will append after 100. It will append the new value after 100. But in the right case, it will append, it will change the result. For example, if I am over here, I am writing like after 100, I have write you are qualified for the race. One I'm doing with the append method and one is I'm doing with the write method. Okay. When I'm doing with the write method, this txt result.txt only contain this statement. You are qualified for the race. But when I'm doing with the append method, it is containing 1 to 100, then you are qualified for the race. Did you guys get the difference between the append and the write? In the append method, it take the existing data. In the write method, it will write from the new. And in the X is for create. Creates the specified file, return an error if the file exists. If my file is already exist, it will give me the error. If it doesn't exist, it will create the file and do the write and read method with the file. Guys, this append and write difference is clear to you? Okay, one second. Generally, what happened if you have the existing file like result.txt. In the result.txt, you have contained the value 1 to 100. When you calling the append method and you are giving some text like you are qualified for the race, then this result.txt file contain the whole 1 to 100, and after that you are qualified for the rest. But when we are using this W method for the write, it will only contain my result.txt file, only contain this. You are qualified for the rest. It will remove or delete the previous file. Okay. Chaitanya, is it clear to you? What is the difference between append and write? Yes. My voice is not audible to you, Gorla. So we have generally the four methods. Now, how can we using the file handling method in the Python? So for that, you have to first import the OS method or OS, which is the operating system. Whenever you are doing the file handling in the Python, you have to import the OS, which is known as operating system, so that it will give you all the access to its file to you in the Python program. While programming in any language, interaction between the program and the operating system can become important at some point in any developer life. So whenever we are doing the program and our operating system is interacting with each other, generally they are interacting only with the file system. Whenever we have taken the file, giving the file, taking some information from them, giving some information in that particular scenario, our program and operating system will get interrupted. The interaction may include moving file from one location to another, creating a new file, deleting a file. So these are the some methods by for which we are using this handling. So for first function is os.getCwd. This getCwd gives you the current working directory. For example, you have in the small functions or a small directly, if you are using in the particular in your personal computer, okay, so it will easy to know you that it will easy for you that you know in which directory you are working. For example, you are working in a company where every day there are two shifts, and you get an work on the development and some other get the work on the HR. Both are using the same computer in the different batch. So for that you have to use this method. So know in which directory the first person is working and in which directory our second person is working. So for that you have to use the os dot get cwd. Over here I have import the os. I have assigned it to the cwd and it will give me the slash content. I have running it on the Google Colab. So over here, it will give me the slash content. I am working on the slash content method or slash content file. Okay. A dir change directory. The second function is chdir. In this, the change the current working directory. For example, I want to change my directory from the content to some other directory. Okay. So for that, I have import the OS and I will firstly I am doing with the content. I am working in the content directory. Now I am working in this directory, content slash sample data. So it will change my directory. Now if I am calling this, after changing the directory, if I am calling this function again, it will give me the change directory. Okay. So by this method, you can change your directory. Yeah, appending is appended the value at the last, but in the right method, you didn't get the previous value. So first is os dot get cwd. Second one is os dot dir chdir, change the directory. Now this os dot list directory, it will give you the list of all files and directory in the specified directory. For example, I have working in this slash content or slash content slash this directory sample data. Then it will give me the all the list of the directory it will present in that particular directory. Over here, I have import the OS, define the path in which I have given the content path, and then I am creating a directory list by using this os.list directory, and it will return me .config or sample data. My slash content directory contain two files, .config and sample data. So by using this particular command, you can get the list of the directory in which you are working. Now fourth one is os.walk. It generates the file name in a directory tree by walking the tire either top down or bottom up. For each directory in the tree rooted at directory top, it yields a three tuple: directory path, directory name, file names. OS walk is generally doing that import OS, then it will for the root part, directory part, and file part. In the OS walk, slash content is my directory, and it will top down is equals to true. If I am going with the false, it will append it in the bottom up. Guys, do you know what is top down and bottom up approach? In this, firstly we have dot configure and sample file. Then in the slash content dot config, it will give you all the files contained in it up to 3 level. Okay. So it is just like that. It is OS walk is giving you all the files which are present in the particular path or the particular directory. Over here, I have used in the slash content. It will give you all the file and directory present in that. Okay. Now os.path.join. In this method, Python join one or more path component intelligently. For example, we are changing the directory for something, then we use this os.path.join. Now, if the directory is not present, we want the directory to make new from the starting. It will we can use this os.make directories. This method in Python is used to create a directory recursively. That means while making leaf directory, if any intermediate level directory is missing, os.make directory method will create them all. For example, you are missing the directory or you can't find the directory which is present in your laptop or computer, but you know what is the file are in the directory. So for that, you have create a directory, and after that you can create all the files present in particular directory. Now we will see a program in the Python for the uh, creating a file, then appending some value, getting the value from the user, and then print it. Over here, I have used this player. Guys, this screen is visible to you? Guys, this Python program is screen is visible to you. Okay, okay, okay. So first I have defined the player, and in the player part, I am opening the player.txt in the W mode. Why W mode? Because if this player.txt file is doesn't exist already, it will create. And then I will write some of the names of the players. I have used the name of the cricket players just for showing you how you can do with the programming for handling the file. Then I have creating two file. First is for the player and second is for the cricket country. Generally, I am taking those country in which the cricket is played. Okay, just like India, Australia, New Zealand, South Africa, West Indies. So for that, I have to save this file, and whenever I am running it, for reading any book, what should the first option? What is the procedure? For example, you are going to read a book. What is the procedure? Firstly, you have to take the book and then open it. So for that, you have to open the file. For example, I have assigned the variable n and then open, and open in with the open, I have to open the file, and my file name is player.txt. Here I have to assign a method like read. Why? Because I have to read the file. What is the data existing in that? Player.txt. I have opened the file. Now, now I want to read the file. Tn is equals to n. N is the object of this file, player.txt. Then I will read it. Now, if I am print the value of Tn, what is the output? What is the output? I want to know what is the output it will given. Yeah, file is open. Now file is open. Player name. Yeah, it will give you the player name. Okay. So here I have written the code for the player. Now you have to return the code for the country. How I am getting the country? I have written the code for the player. You have to return the code for the country and let me know in the chat. It's the code for the countries. How you can get the access of the country. Import py country len py country dot. No, Karthik. I have to given you the task for this countries. Over here, I have written the code, this code, and is equals to open player.txt in the read mode. Then I have to read this particular file and I will print this. So I have opened the file and read the file in the 3 step. So for the same, you have to write the code for the country.txt. I'm asking for that. Yeah, Kusuma Kalidindi, you have to use the different variable for the country. Like you can use the C is equals to country name dot txt in the read mode. Then you can use the PC is equals to C dot read and then print the PC. Now, Chandrasekhar, your code is wrong. You are opening the file N and reading the file P. How it can be possible? You have to open the same file and reading the same file. So for the country, I have used the C and then open the country.txt file in the read mode. Then pc is equals to c dot read the file. Then I will print the pc. So it will give me the country's name. So generally it will containing the data in the matrix form. So if you want to access the particular value, you can use the slicing or the matrix chaining also. So now if I want the third player name, so I will assign like PN, and in the PN I will assign the 4 to. Okay, if I'm giving the PN, then only the colon and pass of this value PN. So it will print the whole value. So you can do all the operations of. So the length of 48 is my length of PN. PN is what? It contains all the players' name. So it has the 48 length like this. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like this. Okay. Okay, so I'm giving you a class for and giving you the 20 minutes. You have to create a class, define a subclass of different model of cars. Like you have to define a class in as a parent class, and in the subclass as a child, you are defining the different model of the car. It's different name. For example, as a car, you can derive it like Suzuki, Maruti Suzuki, Tesla, Mahindra, is different type of car. And that you are using the variable like particular name of the car, in which year it is coming in the practical or for the use of the people. Then what is the engine type, and what is the mileage of that car. So you have to create like a just like a oops concept over there and write a program. Okay. Guys, do you understand what's the question is? You have to create a car class. In that particular car class, you have to define the subclass. In the subclass, it depend on you. You are defining the single subclass, multiple subclass. In that multiple subclass or subclasses, you have to define the four variable, the model, the year in which it is coming for the user, which type of engine it is diesel type or the petrol type or the CNG type, and fourth one is the which company is making it. You have the time of a 20 minutes. My question is clear to you? No responses. You have to create a class of a car. In that particular car class, you are defining the subclass of different model or different company. In that particular class, you have to use the four variable. First is the model, second is the engine type, third i- third is the year in which year it is coming in the market for the public use, model, engine, year, and which company make it, means which company have its logo. You have to use these four variable and creating a class and a subclass of the car. You have a 20 minutes of time. You can think over it and do it. Divakar, you have defined the class car. Car name is Audi. Class second car. Inheriting the car. Define company. Company name. Name. Hmm. What is this capacity means? Yeah, Devakar, you have did very much mistake. Harshita, which Python module link? I think on the Telegram group, someone is sending you the module in which the test series was also having present over there. How to get certificate? May I know some information about? Oh, Karthik, you can get the certificate after completion of this course. And I think when I was talking about this certificate to the management, they will said that after the 45 days of training, every student can get the certificate. Do you want the Python module for knowing the course of module test is the final test. I don't know about this. I will ask to the management or to the Manisha ma'am. Then I will told you in the earlier classes. Yeah, we have the projects, but I don't know what is the project we are going to do. But I know there is a project. Pavan Kumar, I think I have started this batch from the 17th of October. So you can calculate it from the 17 to 45 days more. I think you can complete this course or this class will be completed till the last week of the November. Car different. Okay. Um, whomsoever is writing this code, see your mistakes. How many mistakes you have done. Okay. So the Honda City run at a maximum speed of this and Octavia. Okay. Nanapu Pavani, your code is right. Little bit some mistakes. Yeah, includes Saturday, Sunday. Total 45 days. I don't know about this Cisco mail, whatever the management is going to do with this Cisco. Katla Malika, you have defined the class, car class, and then define the name Kia. No, this is not the way you can create an object and classes. Take it as a homework. You have to create a car class and then you can create some different classes also. Like you can use the multiple inheritance, multi-level inheritance in that. I've shared the link of the Google Colab. Harshit, you can talk to once to the Manisha ma'am. She will let you know about this. Yeah, you can leave the class.